Hello, it is Heavy Things Lightly, formerly Why Are We Talking About Rabbits? We're on the old calendar. If you don't know what that is, you're tuning in for the first time. The old calendar is the Julian calendar. It's the one that Christians from old, the Orthodox Church, for example. I'm old calendar, so January 7th is Christmas for us. That means that on Christmas Eve, my wife and I have a tradition, because we're not celebrating anything. We watch Christmas services from other traditions. Today, you watch it with me. Also, before we get started, Conrad's Jerky Company. It's delicious. It's fantastic. It's being linked as I say this. Also, the promo code is First Things. When you buy from them, you buy from a sponsor who's invested in our show. Thank you, Andrew, and your family that make delicious and lovely jerky. It's true, all kinds of flavors. And they're a small family business doing it as a team. I love it. We're going to throw super with them. Eat Conrad's jerky. Would you do that for me? Thank you. It's delicious. We send our field workers off with it in their bag before they go for 2 years. Now, let's go to the show. Andrew's our editor. Andrew, today you're going to work. I'm going to sweat you, okay? Because we're going to watch some videos together. Not a lot, maybe a few, because today we're perusing the prots. I'm laying off the Catholics today. If you're a Roman Catholic, which is odd, because if you're a Roman Catholic, you're probably not Catholic. Get it? And I know right now Catholics are going, that's why we don't say Roman Catholic. I know, but I do. I'm perusing Christmas services from 2025 because I sat on the couch with my wife. We did this, and when I was all done, I went, oh my God, that's a podcast. But we've been doing this for many years as old calendar people. If you're in the if you celebrate on the old calendar meeting January 7th, like most of the East, raise your hand. Okay, look at that. Thousands. There could even be hundreds of thousands. You never know. Just raise their hands. I know it's a little odd when you go to your relative's house. They don't know what the heck you're doing. First of all, for sure think you're Jewish, 100%. You're like, no, trust me. My in-laws were calling their sister and my wife Jewish for like years into our marriage. Even after they came for a baptism, there's some crosses. I don't know if you've noticed inside of an Orthodox church. They have crosses. Somehow my in-laws didn't notice. Still calling us Jews. I'm not getting into that. It's not a bad thing. It's fine. I'm not getting into that controversy going on. Well, maybe I will a little later. In fact, if you stick around, I will get into that. Our first church that we visited, my wife and I, sitting on the couch, Christmas Eve, midnight. Here's what we Googled: Christmas Eve services. That's what we Googled. Our first Google was a place called Gateway Church. We just kind of went for the big dogs. There's going to be a point to all this, a very important point. I'm going to make the point before this podcast is over. So here's what we saw when we hit play on Gateway Worship Christmas Eve services. You ready, Andrew? Gateway services. Oh yeah. Joy to the world. The Savior reigns. That's right. Oh, look at that. Christmas trees. That's nice lighting as it goes. I think a podcast producer would find. Look at that. Stage. Remember, this is a Christmas service. Look, he's nice. He's letting it rip. Look at him. Feel like he could be like in a Justin Timberlake concert. Well, they're all very nice. And if you keep watching, what you learn is that stage looks a lot like, well, here's a service. By the way, if you weren't seeing that, it's what you think it is. Stage with a lot of guitars and drums. and people singing. Here's live from First Baptist Church in Dallas. Oh, I know this song. Guys, I have no evangelical background. So when I was a Christian, I was in Episcopalian High Church, and then I became a pagan, basically. Ooh, oh, Night Divine. Listen to that. And then I came home after hanging out with Muslims and started to search for meaning in my life, liturgical meaning, and I did not find this. I never saw this. Look at that, though. That looks depressingly similar to the last place. Oh, look at this, though. I'm sharing Pastor Jeffress with you from Dallas First Baptist. Some of you are going, I know this guy. He's talking about a baby was born to die. I'm going to pause that for a second. So when we watched this service, this is the first pastor that we saw, because we watched Gateway, then we watched, and we were both thinking, oh, this is so interesting. He's going to actually give a sermon. Then we recognized something amazing about Pastor Jeffress. For you former evangelical people, you're going like, John, you don't know what you're talking about. Exactly. But I learned, because I spent Christmas with the evangelicals.
Not to be a good example, there was none better. This was a baby who was born to die. His whole purpose in coming was to die. He said about himself, for the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, to give his life as a ransom for many.
Whoa.
And that's why we always close our Christmas Eve service by taking the Lord's Supper.
Whoa, they're about to rock communion.
The death by which we
now, my wife, like me, we never had evangelical moments. So for you evangelicals out there, I'm demonstrating an excitement, because our Christian journey, it ended at the altar in the Orthodox Church. And so we're like used to this. This is really important. Oh no, it's actually the whole point. That's one of the old world ideas, right? The whole point ends at the sacrificial moment that's of the altar, whether it be with Abraham or any of these cats. But look what happened. A Christican named Pastor Jeffress.
Would you bow together with me for just a moment? Many of you are here. Many of you are watching this via live stream. You know, the greatest tragedy I can think of would be to go through this Christmas season giving and receiving gifts from others without receiving the greatest gift of all, the gift that Christ offers you tonight.
It's
the gift of forgiveness.
His body and
tonight
bread.
We're going to symbolize his body with the bread and his blood with the cup, with the juice. But these are just symbols. There's nothing magical in these elements. They are a symbol of hopefully what you've received in your life.
Wait. Well, first of all, two things. Hold on. Pastor Jeffress, for me and my wife who were watching, we got confused. So it's not the body and blood of Christ or eternal life. It's forgiveness, which is nice. I like forgiveness. I'm glad I got that. But you just said that it was just a symbol. I don't like that phraseology. Does anybody else watching this with me get nervous about that? Again, I'm learning. I'm a learner. I'm a person I'm fresh. I'm like a baby. I'm learning. He said just a symbol, and it seemed mean. But also, did he say juice? He said juice. You know why? Because I looked it up. Did you guys know that the whole juice thing started as a way to substitute for wine? Yeah, that's right. The temperance ladies from the 1920s, they created this juice so that people wouldn't drink wine. Jesus, that guy's such a jerk, man. He was like doing miracles to create drunks. It's the wine miracle, Jesus. But anyway, pull back, Andrew. Can you jump ahead and pull back? You got to jump ahead. I'm jumping ahead, Andrew, to like toward the end, because I want you guys to see something. It's kind of important. If you guys can see this, he's ripping. I mean, he's cracking some crackers. And he's got he's got something I learned about that I want to share with you guys. He's got these these
do this in remembrance of me.
That's not his body, though. You just said it's fake. The reason I'm doing all this is not because I want to mess with Jeffrey. I like him. He's doing the thing, man. It's a mixed message. It's just a symbol. Don't worry about it. It's just like remind people of stuff. But here's the real thing. I looked up what he's actually eating. Would you like to hear what it is? It's fascinating. I'm going to put on my glasses for this, Andrew. It's the prefabbed communion cup. It's called the Miracle Meal. Well, that's one of the companies, the Miracle Meal. It's mass-produced in the United States, combining a wafer made from flour and water, gluten-free mix, and Concord grape juice, which is sealed in a convenience, hygienic, easy-opening, modern, hassle-free to partake without any preparation. That's the Miracle Meal, manufactured so that you don't have to do anything. I could comment on this.
Coca-Cola says it's the real thing, but
Juice
believes that when it comes to colas, the only real thing is taste. That's why
Juice
Challenge has been asking thousands of people across the country to let their own taste decide. And the fact is, nationwide, more people prefer the taste of
Juice
over Coca-Cola.
Juice Juice
Tastes better.
Taste, that's the real thing. So take the
Juice.
challenge and let your taste decide.
If you look it up, you will see that Miracle Meal is one of the largest manufacturers of prefab evangelical communion juice packs. And the key, I'll read it again, is it's a hassle-free way to have communion without any preparation. That's what they're telling me. I didn't. Who wants to see another church? I do. I don't think it's fair to just show the Baptists in Dallas. I did not set out to do this podcast. It did me. It did me. Because I was just doing our tradition of watching all the services on Christmas Eve because we're old calendar. Here's Jesus Image Church. Again, I'm just pulling up random and I'm watching Jesus Image Church with you right now. Here we go. Christmas Eve service. Fall on your knees. Hear the angel voice. I mean, why not? This is nice. There's some of you who are less inclined toward being a jerk, as I am inclined to be. There's some of you who are thinking that I'm a jerk for being a jerk and showing this, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful.
We came tonight to meet with you, precious Jesus.
Now there's a lady with a microphone.
We thank you, Father, for all you've done.
And I want you to know something. Her prayer is nice. The words are kind. And also, if I spliced that exact scene back into the Baptist scene or back into Gateway Church, they would all flow seamlessly. Don't believe me? Here's another one. Milestone Church. This was like 400,000 views already. Look at this. This is amazing. Yes. Here I am to worship Christmas Eve. Here I am to say that, oh my God, you're a lovely person. I got a cool jacket on. I say these things out of love, but I want you to notice something. She has a microphone. Oh. Oh, and now here comes.
What's so amazing about
the
God is
pastor.
He knows where each one of us are on our journey, no matter where we're at the height.
So I want you to know that this is the pattern that happened in all the other ones, and I'm going to show you yet another one, and you're going to see the same pattern, which is a stage, lots of instruments. I'm learning. Lots of instruments. They're almost all at one point do miracle meal. The fully prepared, so you don't have to prepare anything or do anything at all during the course of your life. I mean service, I mean weekday before, Sunday. What I was trying to say is that this pattern now is a pastor. And it's odd because the pastor's not always a man, but often the pastor is wearing a suit jacket, I've noticed, and a tie, and is usually a man. No offense to anybody. I know I didn't do like a scientific research of this, but I am seeing patterns. Want to see another one? Here's another one. This one's from India. Because you thought I was just going to do New World. You thought, because some of you know my podcast, you thought I was just going to pick on white people. I'm not. I'm not a racist. That's funny. Here's Hope You See India Christmas Service 225. That's right. Your name forever. These people are nice. I like that drummer. I like the video shots, which look exactly like Gateway and Jesus Image and Milestone. First Baptist. There it is. There it is. It's so good. And if I kept this going, you know what's going to happen? I'll let you see for your own self what's going to happen. Guy comes out. Hello.
I'm Pramod Chandrasekhar, and I'm sitting here in front of you because I believe beyond a shadow of doubt.
That's right. I'm just going to stop him because he's going to say nice words. Notice people. I'm not challenging. This is for people not inclined toward being a jerk. This is to lovers out there, which I generally try to be. It's just all the same. They're just doing all the same stuff. Here's another one. I don't know what to tell you. I thought we could go to Singapore or Los Angeles or Denver or Kansas City. Where you want to go? We can go to. How about this? Bangalore.
Chapter 9, verse 5.
Look at that's Bangalore or London. Doesn't matter because there's a microphone, there's a stage, there's lights, there's people, and if I kept playing it long enough, these people who happen to be in Singapore, though, doesn't matter. They would also open up the miracle meal. Crack it open.
Thing.
They would drink the juice. Let's just do one more. Let's just do one last one just because. Here's another last Christmas service. Here it is, right here. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That's amazing. Is that the Titanic service? What are they doing? Here comes the preacher. Amazing. Look at that. There's fireworks. Of course, it's Christmas Eve. And it's amazing. You can hear the orchestra with the guitars playing. If you're seeing this, you're going to go, wait a minute, that seems exactly like all the other churches that we've been watching today. But that seems like that could be Erica Kirk. And this isn't Christmas. This is just another day at AmFest. And if you don't know what AmFest is, it's a big conference where a whole bunch of politically minded people calling themselves Republicans come. And you know what they do when they get there? They do church. And there's your preacher. And I don't really mind that it's Erica Kirk. I don't care. Nobody cares. It could be Charlie.
This is a full
It could be a lot of people. I get it. But that was funny. That political get together in order to get, I guess, who are they electing now? Oh, they're electing the vice president, J.D. Vance. That organization is doing church. You can fight me on it if you want, but you will lose because it's obvious. And that brings me to a few points that I'd like to make before I take any more of your time on Heavy Things Lightly. Here's the heavy things. If you ever, in the history of your future life from this moment forward, are confronted with anyone in your life ever that's ever said, "Are you a Christian?" And then you say yes. And then you say Orthodox. And they go, "I don't live by the traditions of man." You just have to show this podcast. I've given you the gift of evidence. There isn't a single human that's not living by a tradition and calling themselves a Christian. No offense. But you can tell my head pops off whenever I meet people who want to tell me about their non-tradition tradition and just ask me if I've accepted Jesus into my heart. And like, that's over with at that point, because that is a new world conception born out of individualism and the notion that you are your own God and you get to make it up every day. I'm screaming because I didn't even mean to stumble on these realities. I was just doing a tradition with my wife where we watch Christmas Eve services and sort of enjoy the panoply of differences until I realized there were none. Zero. And then I thought, I've been gypped because I always feel like we Orthodox do the same thing over and over again. Exactly. Guitars, drums, microphones, talking, a lot of face talking. Hierarchy, usually guys in ties and sneakers. There's never an altar. And if there is, they brought it out and it's plastic and they're going to put it away again later. And industrial juice packs. These are the traditions of Christicans in modern America. And if they ever, any of you, and if there's Christicans watching right now, Christians of American origins, if you're there and you're watching, I love you, but please, no more ever again make the argument that we live by the tradition of men. Please, promise me you'll never do it ever again, because you have traditions. It's very clear. They might be even the right ones. Notice I'm not even arguing that while I drink my Georgian Borjomi. I'm not even arguing whether or not it's true. Could you just please stop saying that stuff? That comes right out of the Reformation and was done for one reason, political, to create power and to do this thing called diversify so that people could get what they wanted, which was usually some sort of princely document that allowed them to rule their own kingdom back in the old world, okay? He says, sure was easier to do that if you could convince everybody they didn't have to follow somebody else. However, it's ironic that everyone's following everybody else. Why are the Indians looking like Erica Kirk? Why are the Indians doing stuff what Erica Kirk is doing? And that Bishop Jeffers is doing, or whatever his name is. And by the way, I could have got 50,000 black people on this thing. I just didn't get around to it. They're all doing the same thing. Blue, brown, green, whatever. I'm done. Really actually not that upset. Traditions exist. The question is, which one are you going to participate in? Heavy Things Lightly, brought to you by a semi-angry person because I was just trying to enjoy a night with my wife. Merry Christmas. We'll see you soon at First Things. Remember, though I shouted a lot on this podcast, actually, First Things is about doing one thing, about bringing people together. Which is ironic given the last 28 minutes. Let's talk, though. Let's talk. Definitely. Everyone, everywhere, together, talking. I'll have you on the podcast. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Jeffrey. Come on. We'll just talk. We won't even fight. We won't even... How about this? Yeah, get all the Amfest preachers on here. Let's do it. Who loves you guys? Until next time, First Things Foundation, consider becoming a monthly donor. It matters a lot. We love you. Restaurants open. See you at a Supra near you.